Hi, everyone. It's the day after Christmas. I hope everyone had a really wonderful Christmas. We're doing the numerology and astrology for December 26th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 16, and if you add the 1 and the 6 together, you get the number 7. The number 7 reminds us that today gives us the incentive to make sense out of all that has passed this year. Take some time to look at where you were at the beginning of 2021. We had just come through the first year of COVID and we were desperately wanting to get back to normal. Notice if that has manifested to a certain extent and what has become the new norm. Much in life has changed, much has settled down, fear seems to be easing, we have learned to be calmer and more internal, we need less stimulation and life has become quieter. Simple things seem enough. Less drama has improved our health and well-being. We accept things with more grace. And while we still have restrictions and remain more alert, we are also more awake and have learned a new tempo to life. None of that is a bad thing. There is so much more we can explore if we are willing to step beyond those patterns of stress and towards patterns that help us to heal. We have learned that many things take more time, and the rushing seems to be minimized. Contentment comes not from what we are doing, but in how we are being. That alone is a massive shift. Take the time to be with yourself. Take time for yourself. Take time to connect with others in ways that matter. The excitement is that we have grown. Where we have grown really does matter. While there is always further we can grow, reflect on how much we are different right now and know that we cannot go back, nor would we want to. Okay, the astrology for today. Just before noon Eastern Time, the moon will move from meticulous Virgo into engaging Libra. Time to finish up a lot of things and take a more balanced approach to your world. Negotiations may or may not work, but at least you tried. Reasonable people extend olive branches. Sane people tend to listen and understand. Conscious people have self-discipline and can maintain their state internally regardless of what the external world is doing. Fearful people that are in denial of that fear will project out and onto others. Those that have fallen off the edge of self-control will demand and intend to control others. Unconscious people live in the illusion that they have all the answers when they are in a world that is filled with miraculous things and situations that surprise and astound. Mercury will sextile Neptune, allowing our imagination to run wild, great for the writers and the artists of the world. It becomes clear that there are ways to know from a deep place of clarity and calm, and we begin to see those places where we finally understand that truth can only come from calm states of being. Fear never produces truth, only more denial and avoidance. Intuitions are guiding us in a direction of more practical expression in our life, and creativity seems something that is essential and not a luxury anymore. Inspiration comes in many forms, and those forms are maturing and adapting in this very new reality. My quote for today: "There are moments in times past that I was afraid would never last. But those moments are forever etched in time, and I still hear all those voices that climb into this reality and will flow into the next. Faces will change, but not the context." And my blog for today. I had a dream last night that I was with one of my friends whose birthday, ironically, was just a few days before Christmas. He was my personal assistant for over 8 years, and I turned my garage into a space for him to live. He was with me for 8 years, and we had many great times together. He died many years ago from lung cancer, and I frequently had dreams about him. This one was filled with love and happiness. In my dream, he was the owner of a gay bar and was having the time of his life. That was perfect because in real life, he was married 3 times, divorced 3 times, and then decided he was gay, which was never a surprise to any that really knew him, but his generation had trouble coming out. He eventually did come out, and that step was very freeing for him. In the dream, we were so happy to see each other, and there was so much laughter as he showed me around his lovely bar. He was with his family and his tribe, and I was reminded of how important spiritual family has been in my life. He came into my life as the massage therapist for the ballet company in Salt Lake City. Spiritual family arises just when you need them the most, and that was very true of him. I had almost died 3 times in Berlin before I got to Utah, and once I was here, my health was not the best because of the strain of being released from my Berlin contract in order to join the company in Utah and the conflicts that ensued from that. And Dave was there and came to the rescue, offering up massages on my battered body at a time when I felt like I did not have any friends or advocates in this new company. On many levels, he saved me and gave me tools that began my journey into this magical world that I now live fully in. When once again he showed up, then that was when my husband was transferred to California, and we were doing a long-distance relationship while we figured out if we were moving to California or what we were doing. And I was working in LA at the time, and he showed up for a visit, and I asked him to stay if he would take care of the animals while I was in LA. When I got back from LA, my house was clean and dinner was on the table. Wow, it was heaven. I laughed and told my husband that I did not need a husband but a wife, nothing better than a gay man as a roommate, and that was how he became my assistant. He was retired and short on finances, and I needed help, and he needed help, and he got to stay with me for free, and I got a person to help in my office and life. For 8 years, it worked well until his death began collapsing, and it was clear to me that he needed to be with family. Transitions are hard, and while his health was failing, my life was also in transition. In the end, life forces all of us to move in new directions, and we have to watch the old reality fall apart in order to come back together in new ways. It was great to see him in the dream healthy and happy. It reminds me that even in death, we can continue to grow and find the answers that eluded us in life. It reminds me that there is a great group of spiritual family on the other side waiting for me when I get to my time, and that we will all be together soon, and we will play out another sequel of As the World Turns in another incarnation. Have a great holiday weekend, everybody. Stay healthy, stay safe. Don't overeat. I know it's really hard. Don't overeat. Okay, bye.